Hey guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I actually have been dreading putting together a video for this assignment as a whole because I'm not very gifted with video making, so this is gonna be really rough and I'm sorry, but I'll do my best to explain the activity and the lesson and how it went because I actually really enjoyed this lesson and activity as a whole. It was tons of fun. So I get the privilege of teaching second grade after school, so this was perfect. This assignment was perfect for my kids. I went ahead and I found a Common Core state standard for second grade, and essentially it explains and gives examples of earth events, different ones that happen quickly like explosions, earthquakes, or some that occur slowly over time like the erosion of rocks. So we kicked it all off with just a really simple group discussion. During carpet time, I asked the kids, do you guys know what earth events are? What are some examples? Then from there, we read a book. Love read alouds. Sometimes it's hard to get them to settle in after school for a read aloud, but they seem to take to this okay. The book that I chose was Do You Really Want to Create a Mudslide? And I chose this book for a handful of reasons. One, it was one that we had on hand, so that's a win. Thank you, library, for letting us use it. And then two, it just really created, I feel like, a good, vivid picture of what erosion really is, what mudslides really do, what rain and sleet and winds can do over time to something. So the kids enjoyed that. And from this, we transitioned to our video portion where I found a YouTube clip on Bill Nye, and who doesn't love Bill Nye? He's such an entertaining guy. And the video I found was perfect for this. It was all about erosion as well. And it went into separate rooms and did examples of the different kinds of erosion. So one of the ones that really stuck with me, and I think most of the kids really grasped, was he created a mountain range out of foam blocks, and then he took a sandblaster to them to show what those harsh winds can do to landscape. So from there, we did a little discussion and looked at some of the earth events that happen quickly. So, for example, floods, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, and then we went on to do our activity, our hands-on activity, which was by far my favorite. You guys have all seen the classic volcano, I'm sure. We all did that growing up, but I actually saw this new version, which essentially, when you get down to it, the base of it is the same, but it's perfect. I think most of you guys are from Southern Oregon or living here currently, and we've had a lot of snow this winter. So this particular volcanic activity, you take the snow and you create your little volcano shape. Then I had almost like, not really beakers, what's the tall skinny ones? Basically a tube. So we took a tube and put it inside the volcano with, of course, the baking soda, the hand soap, and then I added some food coloring just for fun. And then the kids got to take turns. We did a series of 4 volcanoes with different colors, poured the vinegar in, and just watched the magic happen. They were just in awe as the color came out and bled down the mountain. It also started to melt the snow in places, just as, a volcano would tear up a mountain and run different courses down, and they got to see that pattern of even how it runs, which was tons of fun. And it was a blast because the kids could do so much as far as forming that mountain, and because there's no harmful chemicals, they were touching the fluid coming out. They were really into it, and I was excited because as a teacher, you guys know experiments can go one way or another. They get so excited, and then sometimes it's not what they wanted, or they'd rather be doing something else. But they seemed really into it, so it was super fun. So let's cut to that so you guys can see exactly what went on. Decides to explode. See what happens. It's bubbling out. Oh, it's bubbling. See if it keeps going. Oh, it's kind of cool. It's like slow bubble. So maybe it will. Keep going. Oh, look at that. It's like soapy.
Yeah, can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it. It's just food coloring and.
You can eat it!
Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Now let's see what happens when we add a little more. Yep. Is it done? All right, I'm gonna let you guys.
Yeah!
All right, should we do the other ones? Look at that! Look at all those bubbles, you guys. That was a good one.
Yay!
Here. Nice. All right, let's do this one next. You guys have all the colors ready?
Yeah!
All right, who's gonna pour the vinegar this time?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Or do you need help, are you?
I think this is a little wild, don't you think?
All right, that's enough. Let's see what happens.
Oh, look at it.
It's
so crazy. All right, well, what happens, do you think, if we just watch it and see what it continues to do? Watch which way it runs down the mountain. Is it going down where it's steep, or is it going down where it's kind of east? Where is it coming down at? Yeah, it's dropping down the steep sides. What else works that way?
All right, so as you guys can see, we had a hoot with that hands-on activity. But then it was time to get serious. So we headed back to the classroom and we settled in for the assessment. And what I failed to mention at the beginning of this video is the assessment plan I used. I found this assessment called the Anticipatory Guide, and it serves as both an entry and exit ticket. So essentially, it's a 3-column page. The middle column has a statement, and then to the left of the column, it's marked agree with little text boxes, and to the right is marked disagree with little text box. So originally when they first got in before the lesson began, they were to read these statements, and actually we read them out loud together, and then they marked whether they agree or disagree. Simple as that. Okay, so now that we're returning to these, they're going to reevaluate what they thought. So if their stance on these statements have changed and they no longer agree or no longer disagree, then they have to revise that with a statement justifying why and what exactly changed their mind. So, gosh guys, that's it. Thank you for bearing with me through this video, and thanks for a great term. This was a super fun activity. I wish I was better at videos, and I'm sorry for the obnoxious music throughout. I wanted that during the activity, but I couldn't figure out how to cut it out of my blabbing, so my apologies. Anyways, have a very happy spring break.